the Madonna. Why? Oh, you wanna? I see you coming and I don't wanna know your name. You, the Madonna. I see you coming and you're gonna have to change.
My other staff called me and said, we have someone on the phone claims is the manager of Madonna, and everyone was like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know, that's a joke. We became a bit more serious, and it was, you know, honestly, it was like a dream, because it's I didn't think it would possibly happen in my life, something like that. Every song has a little story that goes with it. Give Me All Your Lovin' was a different beat. I came up with this cheerleading kind of chant, and that was before she even talked with the guys from the Super Bowl that she was going to maybe perform at the halftime of the Super Bowl. In this song there is what we call together a baby dubstep time, which and the first dubstep bridge that I made was very dubstep, a bit too much for but she liked the idea, but it was just, you know, maybe a bit too aggressive. Basically we kept the idea, and then it became also the perfect place to welcome a solo part by MIA. She has been quiet for quite some years, and so I know there is a lot of expectations and a lot of people who wants to basically just, you know, share some love with Madonna. And I know that during the whole tour, every time that she will say L-U-V, you can have 20 or 30 or 50,000 people will be answering Madonna. It's like a conversation that you can install with the crowd, and that's something cool when you play stadiums. So Turn Up the Radio was the first song that she heard from me on the work that I did for her, and I, in the first time, I didn't know exactly how we were going to work, so I sort of finished the song in a way with a demo vocal on it. In the first day of the studio, she had prepared everything that she wanted to change, and in her head the final what was going to be the final version of Turn Up the Radio, and the way that she changed the top line and the melodies of the vocal to make it feel so much that it's a Madonna song. It was really impressive to me. So I mute the vocals, played the instrumentals, and she went on the microphone and started singing, and I was like, wow, that's really a Madonna record. I'd say over the song that we worked on together, I think this is one of the ones that has this sort of very strong Madonna stamp to it. You know, it's like you can feel that it's her.
Di solito lei arrivava in studio alle 3-4 del pomeriggio, e la cosa che ha impressionato almeno me è che se c'era da fare lei andava tranquillamente fino alle 11, 11 e mezza, cioè era in studio, era veramente focused. Sì. Poi mi ricordo proprio Demo che ha detto, ma mi suoni alcune cose là, lei gli ha suonato alcune cose, e proprio questa base era una base sua di forse qualche anno fa anche, che avevi nel... E a Demo è piaciuto, ha detto no, questo è bellissimo perché non è nel mondo dance, secondo me è bellissimo, gliela suoniamo.
Si è cercato di sistemare, di finire Gorgon Wild, soprattutto in termini di voci, no? Di layering, stacking, cioè più voci, quali, quante, dove, e più musica, aggiungere tastiere, cose eccetera. Lei ha esattamente le idee chiare di quello che vuole, dove mettere cosa, quanto, perché. È surreale, impressionante, ma bello. 2 all'inizio. Gorgon Wild è quello che poi è diventato Addicted, I'm Addicted. Abbiamo avuto, sì, su quello lavorato, no, in termini di stesura, cosa aggiungere, filtri. Ha ovviamente registrato tutte le voci che non le avevamo. Poi invece per l'ultimo Best Friend è uscita un po' così all'ultimo momento, nel senso ascoltando altre cose anche con demo, ci è piaciuta molto e l'abbiamo fatta sentire, l'abbiamo ricostruita e dopo il traccia
Io mi ricordo
ascoltato,
proprio-
le è piaciuto.
Sì, si è ascoltata la base, si è tirato giù, si è rifatta gli accordi con la chitarra, si è tirati giù e ci ha lavorato e poi gli è piaciuta. E mi ricordo che noi lavorare con Madonna, e non lo dico, era veramente un punto di arrivo, nel senso che noi abbiamo sempre, ci accontentavamo in realtà di un remix, nel senso che noi magari faremo un remix, perché comunque io da DJ sono sempre stato abbastanza fan, insomma, quindi...
And I'm right by your side.
People love Madonna to do ballads, but she does ballads probably better than anybody. It's when you really see the heart and soul of Madonna. I didn't have any hand in writing that song. I just was with a friend who was playing me her various things, and I heard it and I thought, this one sounds so much like I know Madonna's going to really want. And it was very timely because of the movie, and Madonna changed it and made it viable. You know, I mean, it wasn't going to work as it was, but it had this potential. And my role in that was pretty basic production, really. You know, I was just glad to see a really good, well-written song in the hands of Madonna, who was going to make it a timeless thing.
When I lose a certain claim,
Falling Free, I'm really passionate about. I mean, maybe it's my favourite. Laurie Mayer, who's never done anything in the big world of pop. She's a very underground artist, mostly in French artists. Laurie wrote this beautiful top line. I mean, it is extraordinary, and Madonna really enjoyed singing it. They did a lot of work with the words. It went to a new place. It was, I think, really a good job. I was impressed with Madonna's lyricism on this one. And she just loved to sing it. Madonna's the biggest pop artist ever in the history of pop art, the world. But she's also somebody that people listen to her music in a different way. And there's a love and a passion for her that it just transcends anything else you've experienced. And I did this orchestration on it, and it was, I would say, of all the songs that Madonna and I did on this project, it was the one that had the most pure musical passion. And Love Spent, wow, I mean, I did that with Jean-Baptiste and a singer called Priscilla Renee as well, who's amazing. I love working with those two. Took it to Madonna and we took it to another level. Everybody involved was, you know, these two mentioned, we're thrilled that it was just going so well. I mean, Madonna did complain at one point. She said, does Priscilla ever breathe? I take producer's license with songs and I move things around and so on like that, but it's like this bit's away from on a screen or I'm listening to it. I'm not actually singing it. And Madonna's saying, well, I do need space to get some oxygen in. So, you know, there's a learning experience for all of us. And that and Falling Free, I think, are my favourites. There's Gang Bang, which has an interesting story because we did a song called Bang Bang and did it, pretty much finished it. And I remember Madonna wanted to go on a walkabout to see a sunset. She decided in the studio that she had to see a sunset. Well, we're in the middle of Manhattan. It's not the best place. There's a lot. You're going to look up and see buildings. So we went on this impromptu trip up to the roof and down along 43rd Street, trying to catch a glimpse of the sunset, which frankly all we could see was a patch of orange sky. We stood in a traffic island, you know, to get a glimpse down the street, getting honked at by cars. Like, honking, by the way, because it was like two mad pedestrians being where they shouldn't, not because it was Madonna. Nobody spotted that it was Madonna walking along in the heart of Theatreland, singing musicals as she does, just like that, you know, making it up, that's what she does. We went back to the studio, and there we are, giving this track Bang Bang one more listen, and Demo plugs in his iPad and comes up with this insane beat. Madonna gets this light in her eyes and she's like, going right into the vocal booth, and she sort of sprints into the vocal booth, picks up the lyrics that are sitting on the music stand and does this incredible vocal, which only a few artists can do really well. It just came pouring out, and we knew it was something. I mean, you know, it was really an exciting experience and came out of the blue. Best kind of creativity.
We had 2 weeks to come up with ideas. Concepts, lights, wardrobes, styling, all. We worked night and day to think of the idea, think of the hair, think of the makeup, talk to wardrobe, talk to set designers, talk to Madonna, to convince her to cut her hair, to convince her that this is the right idea. There is no difference working with black and white or color as a photographer. So we never really intended to do the color cover and a black and white single. Finally, when all the photographs came out or printed, then we decided that, oh, that looks good for album cover. Oh, this picture looks good for the single. So it's a very natural process. We never really plan. It's much more wider and much more free process than that. When Madonna asked us to do her video, we thought, wow, this girl is crazy, you know? We've never done a video before and she's asking us to do it. So we were super excited. We loved the idea of it and we said yes straight away. I think the choosing the girl gone wild was a very natural process. It's not that we asked to do that song, nor she decided to give that song. I think it became very natural. We listened to 4 songs, and in fact we listened to the whole album, and the 4 songs we were kind of like jumping up and down and dancing with her.
I think switching from, taking stills to video is essentially the same. With stills, there's a lot more freedom in terms of, things happening maybe organically or spontaneously. Whereas in video, we had to look every minute counted. We had such a big team of people. As long as we agree on the concept, so when we're there, she's a natural performer. So putting her into our world, into our scenarios, whether it be film or stills, is just, the same, really.
We come from a background where things happen without knowing, without planning. Things happen, in a moment. But obviously, video world is much different to that. It has much more preparation, much more technical preparation for every step that you take. She educated us.
Yes.
Her being a director, she sort of, in a way, educated us. She made sure that we learned how to do it, how to do the preparation. And, when once that was done, I guess it was quite easy to shoot everything. It was so smooth and we had so much fun, and the taste it left behind was really, really, really amazing. So I'd like to do it again.
It's so hypnotic, the way you